Hi, my friends. We're back here, and it's Tuesday, and it's Leorah's latest looks day. And today is also the day where I am doing my first get ready with me with my headscarf wrapping, and it's very exciting. And I'm leaving my comfort zone upstairs, and I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm a bit nervous, but I know I can do this. If you like that look, and you want to know how I did it, then stay tuned. It's coming right up. And before we go there, make sure to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, because we want this tribe to stay together and connected. All right, so let's get right into the get ready with me and my tips and tricks and advice and the word of the day. And I hope you enjoy, and let's go. Hi, my friends. So here we are finally. All right. So this is how I start. This is my shaper or volumizer or bobo as we call it here. And just for your information, it is a no-name product. I picked it up in one of these tiny little stores that sell everything like headscarves and accessoires for earrings and whatever. They have everything, and that was very cheap. It has a velvet band around, like an anti-slip band, and this is it. It's nothing special at all. The volume part here can be filled from, it has like a pocket inside, and you can push in more material or take out whatever you want. And I always obviously go for the fuller version. And I actually started doing that because I've mentioned before that I was really big, and I thought that in order to make my face look thinner or smaller, I should build up more volume here. So that's how I started doing that. And now that I'm not big anymore, I'm still doing it. Anyway, so that's basically how it started. And for the future, now this is my first get ready with me, as you know. For the future, I will go on camera with, obviously with this on, and then I put a very simple pashmina on top. That is my base. Okay, so depending on what color of scarf I wear over that, I usually match the pashmina to that, because sometimes they're a little bit sheer, the scarves. So I just want to back up the color if I have the matching color, and if not, then I just use a black one or whatever. It's a very simple one. I cut off the fringes. That in the beginning I used to do that because it used to bother me so much that they have those fringes. Just because I always wear them underneath, I never wear them on top. So it used to bug me. It doesn't anymore, but now I have all these pashminas with cut off fringes. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put that on. Simple, just very like nothing special, because that's just the base. Okay, I have a big mirror right here, so I'm going to just turn a little bit. I hope that this all is going to be to your benefit and will help you. If you have any questions or say, Leorah, we couldn't see, or Leorah, we didn't this or that, then just let me know. This is a work in process, and also, you know, we're all learning to do this on camera. So just let me know, okay? And I see that I'm brushing over my microphone, which might not be the best idea to do. Anyway, so once I have this on and I have those sides, I just fold them, because it has a nicer result instead of just crunching it together and pulling it over. Okay, one over, and then you tuck it in to that, what you just created. You just tuck it into itself, basically. That's that. And like I said, it does not need to be perfect at all. It just has to hold. That's the only thing that's important right now. Then the other side, same thing. I open up that sleeve and fold it again, and then I just pull it over. I do that. I mean, you could put the scarf on without this base. What I do feel though, and maybe that's just because my volumizer is like a very cheap and unshapy thing, it creates like a straighter line here, and it creates a little bit of additional volume, which I like. So that's why I'm doing it. And it's sort of, for me, it feels like the whole shape is more organic, maybe. All right, so now I'm just pushing the shaper a little bit back so one doesn't see the black rim. And that's the first step. So before I start doing the actual wrapping, I just want to say I brought a few scarves with me. I have no idea where I'm going with this, okay? Because for me, I always feel like one shouldn't take this whole thing too seriously. It's nice, and yes, it is important and it should look beautiful, but I cannot be set on this style or that style, or because I really don't care. I don't care about all these drawers, you know, to describe stuff. I just want to invite you to feel the textures, to feel the pattern, to see the patterns, and to feel the colors and see what they tell you. And once you're wrapping them on and combining them, to see how it feels. Because sometimes I put something on and then I just feel if I keep this on, I will not like it the whole day. And then even though technically it looks nice, I take it off and I start again because it just doesn't feel right. So maybe I'm just very sensitive when it comes to colors and patterns and how it works for me or not. Something is bugging me here. But see how it feels, okay? Because it is art after all, and it should be fun. And there are a million ways to do the same thing or to do similar things. So I'm just saying we should all feel free, and you just take out of what I'm saying, take whatever fits for you, whatever fits your size, because honestly, if you have no shaper underneath or a very small one, you have much less room to work with, much less length. So whatever I say, take stuff out or change it to whatever you want, and just enjoy what you do and enjoy the process and the journey. And we'll see in a year from now where we're at. As my base, basically on that base, I want to use this. It's a rectangle, what's it called? A rectangle scarf from Chameleon. I love all of their stuff. I highly recommend all of them. And now that I'm branching out into this, I really would like to work with them, but I guess I have to put some of these videos out before they would even consider that. So but if you know companies or who produce tuchels or scarves who might be interested in working with me, maybe just send me the link of their website or something. I would really appreciate your input, because I really don't know so many companies, because I never really cared. I just buy what I like, and I also get a lot secondhand. So I'm just making one knot here in the back, and I know some of you, because I've watched some tutorials on this topic, some of you always say that it bugs you to have knots here, because of course there will be more scarves that will have knots here. Me personally, it does not bother at all. So that's why I'm doing it. And you just, you know, if you just want to go across and leave it like that, I think it's harder to work with, because sometimes I'm just changing directions and stuff, and then it's better to have that knot. But if you have a solution, a different solution that works for you, then just, you know, go with whatever is good for you. So now I'm using this one, which is like, it has printed Leorah all over it. It's lively and happy, and I love the contrast with the yellow and the dark blue and the flowers, and it just needs butterflies and I'll be in heaven. So this is new. It's from Chameleon as well, and I bought that in order to have something new for this new step in my life. And so let's see how we can work it. It is a tiny little bit slippery, which I usually do not like so much, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, what I usually do is I fold them. Hello. Okay, so I fold them usually once like this. It depends how wide they are, but in this case I would probably fold it once like this, and then I would go in thirds, like fold it twice, two more times, and then just like straighten it out like this. And then I'll just set it on my head, and then I see what happens. Let's see how it looks next to my skin and with my makeup. Okay. So then I check that both of the sides are hanging down, you know, more or less the same length. And usually what I do is I go on an angle. It's always nicer than straight, I think. And I tie a knot. Okay. Good. Next thing is a very, very simple scarf, also rectangular, in a mustard yellow with a little bit of a sparkly finish. And I fold that as well, just like I did with the one before. So let's just put that on. And that's again a color that like blends into my background. What was I thinking? Anyway, but you see what I'm doing, right? So let's just put that again on an angle here. And from there we build up the pattern that we like. And there I'm binding it in the back again. Did I knock you almost over, my little thing? Little ugly cactus? Little? Okay. Because there's just not enough room for the two of us. If you would know how tiny my space is. Anyway, so we're gonna make this work. So now I'm just gonna pull it real tight because I like it to sit like firm on my head. And now I want to see, okay, the three of them here and the three of them here. So we have some order here. Okay, all my clothes are moving around freely. So let's see how we feel, what we want to do. Okay, so now we have red here and blue here and yellow here. So basically what I want to do is probably, usually, to pick up the red again first, to have the most diversity. Does one say that? Diversity? Because if I would now pick up the yellow here, then I don't know. I think you could do that, of course, but I don't feel like that today. Okay, so I'm folding this again, so it is like somewhat in order, and then I'm just gonna pull it over and tuck it into the back. Honestly, my look is not something that I invented. I thought that I invented it. But I've seen online a lot of women do exactly the same thing, just that they don't use a huge volumizer, and maybe they use just 2 scarves instead of 3, or sometimes I use 4, depending on how thick they are and what I'm really, you know, where I want to go with it. So I don't know if this really helps anyone. Okay, so here I have the red and the yellow. So basically I probably would want to go here with the blue. So I'm just pulling out the blue one. And fold it so those little bally things are to the front, like they are here. And just pull it over and tuck it in. Okay, now I think, let's see how this feels. I think I want to use the yellow here now. Fold it a little bit better. Okay, now I could just continue switching sides and just, you know, creating like a pattern like this. I don't feel I want to do this. So I have, on this side I have 1 left, and on this side I have 2 left. So now, because I did tie them in the back, I can use them, like I can use even this one on that side. Does that make sense? Like, if I wouldn't bind it and just like leave it like this, then I would have to use it on that side, otherwise the whole thing would come loose. Am I making myself clear? I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's just because I'm not really thinking too much while I'm doing this. I'm just sort of floating. Okay, so what I want to do is, let me think. I think I want to take this red and pull that up on this side, and then wait, I have to fold it around a little bit to make it look nicer. I don't really like the silver thread in it, because I have gone so away from wearing silver. I feel like I'm too mature for that. I deserve to wear gold now. But it's okay, because I'm just, if you combine it with something else, like I always feel you can get away with whatever you want to do. And after all, it's not like set in stone, anything. Nothing is set in stone. Okay, so I'm just tucking that in here as well. Checking that everything is in place. And now I think I'm just going to twist these two around each other. You see, this yellow one here used to be on the other side, and because I tied it in a knot, I can use it on this side. So it creates way more freedom in using things. But it all depends on if you tolerate 3 knots on the back of your head. I don't care, because I have a lot of space here, so it doesn't bother me at all, but it might bother you. So you just, you know, you have to figure out what you want or what's important to you. So now I'm just laying this like right at the edge, behind the last one that we pulled up on this side, and tuck it in, and that's it basically for today. And that's it. And this sits till in the evening, till I take it off. It's like It doesn't move at all. Maybe I just turn around and show you. Okay. I just saw how the leaves of the flowers in the dark blue scarf pick up on my eyeshadow. That's really, really pretty. And that was not intentional, it just happened that way. So that's really cool. Yeah, I like it very much. And it's beautiful. Good. So my word of advice for today is try to do in general in your outfits, try to do something that doesn't fit. Like one thing of in your outfit. It could be a necklace, it could be an earring, or one of the scarves, or whatever. I feel that it creates such a way more interesting look if you have just one thing that you initially feel it doesn't belong there. Let me give you an example. If you wear everything in brown, okay, like a brown outfit with different shades of brown, it's okay. Of course it's okay, okay? But let's just imagine that you suddenly put one eye catcher of light blue or one eye catcher of a baby pink or something into the mix. You know, you can have that brown outfit and have like a bright turquoise necklace or something, you know, something to catch people's eye or to throw people off, you know, so that they just stop in their tracks and think, whoa, you know, and that's, you know, I like that. If you don't like that, then don't do it. But so I personally like that, and that's what I do. The thing is, I guess when you are too polished and smooth, then it can look very elegant and distinguished, but it can also, like, the borderline to boring is very, very close. And I personally, I feel like when you imagine a river and there are all these stones in the river who have been there for so long that they're completely smooth, so it creates a nice riverbed, but the oxygen they bring into the stream is not that great. But if you were to put a stone in that has still rough edges, and the water, it creates way more resistance, and the water has to go over it and around it, and it bubbles up and it brings oxygen into the water, it brings life, you know. So this is how I feel about something sticking out or something being not completely, you know, like what I said before, that it does not need to all match. It brings life, and I just recommend doing that because in general, everybody tries to be so polished and so matchy, and I just think step out of the box and try something different and see the results. I have had only positive reactions. Could very well be that people talk behind my back and think, whoa, she's crazy or she's ugly or whatever. But bottom line, who cares, right? It's my life. It's what I want to do with it. And this is how I see myself and how I like it. And I think that's basically what it boils down to, what is important. In the days now leading up to me filming this, people have sent me a few questions. So one of them is it hot? Yes. yes, it's hot. I don't notice it so much anymore because in general, I'm not sweating that much, even though I live in a country that is very hot. But I'm so used to it that I don't notice it that much. And basically that answer also applies to the next question I got, is it heavy? Yes, of course. You can, of course, downsize in the weight if you leave off that first basic pashmina, and if you use only very, very thin or maybe silk scarves. Silk is, I don't like it too much because it's so slippery and it's hard to make it stay put. But like that, you could, reduce the weight or use a smaller volumizer. But for me, my neck muscles are like, I'm a giraffe. I'm so used to that, so I don't care anymore. And there was another question: do you get migraines, or what do you do? How can you tolerate this? So I don't get migraines. Thank God, the creator of everything. May we all be happy and healthy always. And the ones of you who have migraines, may you experience complete recovery from that. I don't get migraines, and I rarely even have headaches. So if I have a headache, of course I'm going to take it off, but that happens like twice a year. And so I can't really give you any advice on that. But is it hot? Yeah, but I don't care. Is it heavy? Yeah, I'm used to it. And I just really like how it looks, and that is more important to me, honestly. With everything in life, for me, it is like I set my goal, what I want to achieve, and then everything that I have to sacrifice on the way to get there is secondary for me. Like if I want, oh, that sounds really bad. Sounds so bad. I only mean it in a positive way, of course. But when I want to achieve that look, and it is a little bit heavy, I don't care, because the look for me is more important. Because I just like it too much to sacrifice it just because I think it's heavy. So, but that's just me. So, my dear friends, I hope you had some benefit from this, and I'm actually enjoying this more than I thought I would. So, I'm so glad that I decided to step out of my comfort zone and do this. So we are going to make this a regular thing for every video I post on Tuesdays on Leorah's latest looks. So I'm going to do a get ready with me, and it might happen to be the same way or more or less the same way, because like I said, I'm not trying to stage anything. It's just a get ready with me. It depends on what I feel on that day, and it might be the exact same way of binding it, just with different colors and different textures, and so we'll see. Okay, I don't want to put that pressure on me to like always give new looks. There will be different looks, of course, but if it happens to be the same way, then it's just what it is. That's the whole character of a get ready with me. That being said, I want to, of course, invite you to subscribe to my channel, to click on the notification bell so you don't miss my videos. The next video that is coming up is a video on how to make makeup last longer. That has been highly requested by many of you, which also applies then to Shabbat makeup, which has been requested, because for all of you who don't know what that means, it's on Shabbat you have a lot of restrictions where you cannot apply makeup, so you basically have to apply everything before and make it last. And so that video will be in general for making makeup last longer, but also in particular to people who are Shabbat observant. Yeah, so please subscribe and give me a like if you like what you see, and I hope you do, because I do. And I'm going to just let you see now my slideshow that I have compiled for you with Leorah's latest looks. I hope you enjoy that as well. And till we meet each other again, hugs and kisses.